internet. The result is a disruption of how we interact with both worlds and what's really possible. So, what exactly is the metaverse? Saying what the metaverse is now is like saying what the internet was in the 90s.
You can now glimpse the future with nothing more than a modem, a phone line, and a few dollars a month.
There was no concept of social media, content creators, sharing platforms, trading platforms, platforms that make other platforms, and the list goes on. So technically, the metaverse is whatever we build on it. It sits at the crossroads of Web 3.0, blockchain, and virtual reality. It's the combination of these three elements that make it possible. We need to take a look at the three parts individually, starting with Web 3.0, which is the next version of the internet. Yes, there are more versions of the internet. Web 1.0 looked like that website we showed you at the beginning. It's just a page with a bunch of text and some hyperlinks to more pages with more text. There is no interaction, no user-generated content, pretty much nothing but text on a screen. Web 2.0 is what we currently have now. It's largely community-based. Most of it is user-generated content, is highly interactive, and you can do a bunch of stuff on it. One really important thing to mention here: there's only one thing you can buy and own on the internet. A single thing. It's a domain name. Just like we own Alux.com, nobody in the world can make another website with the same domain name. Everything else is owned by corporations. Take this video for example. Sure, we made it, but if YouTube wants to, they could just poof, and it's gone. Which leads us to Web 3.0. The most important thing you can do on Web 3.0 is own parts of the internet. Everything that you make, buy, or sell on the internet is yours, and you have the full rights. This happens because of blockchain, and more specifically because of NFTs. They're the foundation blocks of value in the metaverse. You probably have an idea of what they are, but most disregard them as useless pixels on a screen for which some idiots are paying millions of dollars. But Alux, what's stopping me from doing a right-click save of an NFT to my desktop? How is that valuable? Great question. For you to better understand how NFTs work, let's talk about money, or the story of money, or how money came to be. What makes you think this piece of paper is worth $100? Who told you that? Why would someone trade goods for your piece of paper? Well, it's because over the years we agreed that $1 is worth $1, and we trust that it always does. It's a social construct, it's not even real, but it makes it easy to exchange stuff, so we all agree to use it. So, the value of an NFT is how much those who embrace it decide that it's worth. And it provides ownership because it can be tracked in the blockchain. It cannot be copied. What you're failing to see is what NFTs can become in the future, the same way websites transform over time. Compare the first page with, let's say, Google Maps. They're both website pages accessed from a specific link, yet the difference between them is astronomical. There's this great tweet that says something like, people say NFTs are a scam, but they post their original creations on Instagram in exchange for a digital heart. So you have this way of truly owning something and using it in the context of Web 3.0. Now, what would be a great way to interact with this virtual reality? Well, yeah, virtual reality. This seems to be the only thing people talk about, even though it's just part of the metaverse. Until holograms become a thing, this is the coolest thing we have right now. It's the natural technological progression. So when someone says Facebook is building the metaverse, it's fundamentally wrong because they don't own the internet, or the blockchain, or virtual reality. It's like saying Apple built telecommunications when they launched the iPhone. And it doesn't really matter what they